Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Here on my porch, I'm in my night clothes, but I did put on my pearls. I left them by the coffee maker so I could put them right on this morning. Right on, baby. I have a question that's kind of deep. You know, we get used to maybe hanging in the same community here on YouTube or, I don't know, on Facebook or other social media outlets, and maybe we just get used to hearing our own points of view somewhat. But I have a question, because I, have visited with people in real life. Believe it or not, I have actual friends that, flesh and blood people in my area. I know it's a shock. I'm just wondering, this is going to get kind of deep, but you know how I don't identify as anything, really, and I don't join any groups or any of that jazz, except the lounge, of course. I think for some people, and I'm trying to get to the psychological reason why, but I think for some people it's important for them to identify as something. You hear a lot about, I'm going to go ahead and just use labels, I guess. You hear a lot of people on the right wing claiming that the people on the left wing are into identity politics and blah, 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 but I see people that call themselves Republicans that means the world to them. They're all about being a Republican. This is just for one example. I'm sure it works the other way as well, but I'm focusing on this right now. Do you think that it has to do with somewhere deep in their history or something? This is really strange because it's probably not really true for everybody. But for some people, do you think that they have to call themselves something or stick up for a side or demean another side and all of that jazz because maybe they didn't fit in life? Like, I don't know, maybe they were bullied in college or high school or something. I don't know if bullying goes on in college. I'm sure it does. What do you think of that? Because I've noticed with people, like, I mentioned this before, but I went to get the mail one day, and a person who I knew a long time ago in my youth greeted me. He happened to be getting the mail as well. How odd. And I said, "Oh, how are you today?" And he literally said this as an answer: "I'm so far right that I've met myself and come full circle." I thought that's a really strange thing to say, to somebody you haven't seen in years, really, although we live in the same town. Why would that person be so inclined to identify or to answer in a political way like that? It was just strange. And then this whole idea of, Republicans are great and Democrats are awful. I think they're both terrible, as you know. Or just really clinging to a particular side. As I said, I see the same thing the other way. But do you think there's some deep reason why this goes on, where people feel they must call themselves this? Or one time I had another friend that was a little bit confused after the election, I think. The election, like we've only had one. 2016. Excuse me for a minute. And after that, she was searching for what she was. I don't know what to call myself anymore. Maybe I'm the center, maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that. I think that this identity politics, or whatever you want to call it, it goes clear across the spectrum. There's nothing necessarily left wing about it. Like, same thing with snowflakes, ladies and gentlemen. I see snowflakes all over, and not just supposedly college kids or whatever that is. I think millennials get a bad, they're like the people that we're supposed to pick on now, and I don't really play into that because, they didn't have it quite as easy as the generation before them, I don't know. It's just weird. I'm wondering what your thoughts are. Do you think that people need to identify as something, as a part of just the fiber of their being? What is it? Help me to understand this, please. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Join me, join others. Join us tomorrow at 2. I got the game done. Drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. And remember that war is a racket. Don't take my word for it. Check out General Smedley Butler. Bye-bye now.